Hey sis, you are now tuning into the Saturday Social with your host Sierra White Sparks. Make sure to grab some coffee or tea because we're about to get into some real news. The month of September, the world of politics and law enforcement has been in the forefront of all news outlets. And one thing that seems to remain constant is the Black Lives Matter movement. People across the nation have been protesting and expressing their voices. And this week, the fight for justice continues in the case of Jacob Blake, a 29-year-old Black man who was shot 7 times by a white police officer right in front of his kids. The clip you're about to see is extremely disturbing, and viewers' discretion is advised.
7 times in the back as Rustin Shesky. Authorities say he's a 7-year veteran of the force. Investigators say before the shooting, Blake admitted to officers he had a knife. That knife was found on the floor.
A statement has been released stating that Mr. Blake is paralyzed, and protesters have once again taken to the streets to express their outrage and hurt towards this matter. Members of the NBA have also joined in on the protesting by hosting a strike during the scheduled playoff game that took place Wednesday night. The Milwaukee Bucks released this statement, sparking a chain reaction in the world of sports.
And represent Milwaukee and Wisconsin. We are expected to play at a high level, give maximum effort, and hold each other accountable.
The WNBA has also joined in the strike as they released a statement Wednesday night stating,
"After speaking with representatives from teams playing tonight, as well as our WNBPA leadership, the consensus is to not play in tonight's slate of games, and to kneel, lock arms, and raise fists during the national anthem. We stand in solidarity with our brothers in the NBA, and will continue this conversation with our brothers and sisters across all leagues and look to take collective action."
Moving forward, we hope that we can come together as a nation and combat racial injustice. Everyone's favorite pop star and celebrity judge for American Idol is now a mommy. That's right, Katy Perry gave birth to a beautiful baby girl by fiance Orlando Bloom. She first announced her pregnancy back in March during her music video for her new single, Never Ruin White. Katy then went to Twitter stating, "OMG, so glad I don't have to suck it in anymore or carry a big purse." Katy, we are so proud of you, and girl, congratulations.
You took your father's armor. Yeah. Ran away from home. Impersonated a soldier. Endangered the lives of thousands of men. And destroyed my palace. But soon the world will know the great things you have done.
Watched Mulan? I'm pretty sure you tried some of her fighting techniques. I know I did. And who didn't love Mushu? Well, Disney has decided to bring this powerhouse princess to the live-action world with the release of the live-action Mulan film, set to drop September 4th on Disney+. Disney Plus users will be able to stream the movie for an additional $30. Although many Disney fans are bummed about this remake not including some of the original songs from the animation soundtrack, this is still a movie that you and the kiddos will want to watch during your Labor Day weekend. Don't leave quite yet. I have an interview with a guest who knows all about women empowerment. Welcome back to the Saturday Social with your host, Sierra White Sparks, where I bring your bi-weekly dose of all things news. This week, we have a girl who's no stranger to the world of entrepreneurship. LaDonna Robison is a current Hampton University student, business owner, and a straight-up boss lady. She has made it her mission to empower young women about loving and valuing themselves through self-confidence. Welcome, girl.
Good, how are you?
I'm good, girl. I'm living. I'm alive.
That's good. I'm alive too, okay?
I'm so excited to have you on today's show.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm glad you decided to reach out to me and get to know me a little bit and let me introduce myself.
Of course. So let's just jump right into it. What inspired you to create your nonprofit?
Well, first off, I just want to say over this pandemic, I really, really grew my relationship with God. And that was really the start of me trying to figure out what my purpose was in life. And so I had read this book. It's called Living a Life You Love.
Okay.
Read that book because it changed my life forever. But it had me really thinking about what my purpose was. And I just finally took the time to think about, like, my whole entire life was something that I was missing in my life. So I felt like, what better person than, through all of my trials and tribulations that I went through, than to speak on them and help other women and empower women through my own stories.
So when you created this over the pandemic, did you have a certain target audience? Like, was it young girls that you wanted to kind of reach more, or any girls in general?
Well, when it comes to me and me putting out things that I really want to do, I really just do it off the spur of the moment. So I didn't really have any type of guidance on how I was going to do it or structure it. So when I first created the platform, I think people were kind of a little confused as to what my vision was and what I was trying to say. So I was getting some feedback here and there, but I took all of that feedback in, and I feel like every day my vision gets more clear for what I'm trying to do here. Empower women to know their self-worth and to have game.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about the name, because it's called Pretty Girl with Game, which when I first read that on Instagram, I was like, okay, sis is popping. So tell me behind creating that name.
Well, I feel like every woman is uniquely pretty in their own way. And I feel like every woman has their own game. And so I really wanted it to be like, something that every woman can relate to. Pretty girl with game. And what is the game? That is something that's evolving.
This movement that you created kind of helped your own personal growth, because I know you said you created this in a time where you were kind of struggling and balancing yourself.
I feel like I really wasn't living up to my fullest potential, and I feel like now, since I've created this platform where I'm creating affirmations almost every day to empower women, it's like I have to walk what I preach.
Some tips, because in order to be a boss lady, a girl with game, you got to take some time for your self-care. So what are some of the things that you do to practice self-care?
I am really big on quotes. So that's a really big thing that's on my platform. But that's something that I watch, just period, and look at over the internet, just some quotes to really help me, my confidence and things like that. I'm always getting my nails done. I'm always shopping.
Newer, you have your own makeup business, and girl, the face.
Yes.
Play. So talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, I started my makeup my freshman year of college. I didn't really have any money. I was a broke college student. And I was just like, I need to figure out a way to make money. So I started doing my friends' makeup, and then it just, it grew from there. I started doing the people in my dorms makeup, and then, I created an Instagram page. And then my first real client was someone that wasn't even at the school. So I was like really excited. So makeup will always be something that I always love. I just like to be glamorized. I love the feeling of when I'm finished with a client and they're really satisfied with their makeup and just excited. I really like that feeling.
Question here: what is your hopes and plans for your platform? What do you see yourself doing with this in the next few years?
Well, I definitely have some plans for it that I'm doing behind the scenes that I'm gonna just let that play out. But I just hope that it gets to a point where, I'm able to have events and speak to people and I just really want this to be like, almost like a movement almost. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like my vision for it is so big that I can't even see it.
I'm in the VA. You gotta do my face, girl. You gotta beat me up. I want to look cute too, okay?
Yes, I definitely have to do your makeup.
Girl with Game on Instagram, y'all. Check her out, support her, and thanks so much again for joining me today.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Sierra. I really appreciate it.
That's all for today's show. Thank you so much for tuning into the Saturday Social with your host, Sierra White-Sparks. Be sure to like, comment, and leave what your thoughts are on this week's news. And always remember, stay focused and most importantly, stay sparkly.